Tuck it, dude. It's 2023. No one will tuck it. I
don't know if I can make it through.
All right, guys. Here we're back on part 2 for the, I guess, interior finishes of the shop build out. And this should be the last video for at least the walls. We are going to do a special video on the railing that we're doing up here because it's a unique rail. It's brand new to us, and I want to take you guys through that process. But for today, let's go ahead. Let's get these walls finished. We've got some BCX plywood we're putting up in some spaces, and then we've also got some white liner steel, so let's get into it. Starting plywood on the walls, just a quick tip. We plumbed this wall with a laser, so until you have something to exactly like plumb off of and measure off of, it's hard to get an exact location of a box. So I'm gonna start in this corner knowing that this is a good plumb corner that when I measure it, it should be accurate. So I don't know. Buildings move. I don't know. We don't build them that good, so they might have moved around a little bit. Okay. The other thing you'll notice is we got some of the comfort or safe and sound rock wool in here. This is compressor room, utility room, bathroom. So just to keep some of the sound from going out into the shop, I think, is the goal. It might be a little bit tight on this guy. Okay, now that's all good, but only if it's plumb. So we need to get something to check it for plumb. Okay, so if I just hold this here, run that right.
Looks like the top can go in, which is what it looks like.
So it looks like, am I gonna be able to do that? Oh yeah, I can do that.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and get this guy. Okay. Gotta flex this box just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now that we have a plumb sheet, everything else is a lot easier to measure because we know then that we're accurately measuring it versus measuring it and kind of just assuming that our wall is pretty good. So now we'll get this and let's come this way, Greg. Okay, I should have marked my bottoms. I'm gonna do that right now. Just so I know exactly where the studs are. That's not a bad look though. The reason we're doing wood here is because this is gonna be countertop, cabinetry, bathroom, and cabinets and countertops do not go well with steel. So that's why we're doing this wood like this. That rock wool is some dense stuff, huh? How'd we do? I need a bigger square, man. I wish I had a 12-inch square, and I want it to be a Martinez too. You know, I don't want just a regular square. I want it now. I guess this will have to do for now. I'm trying. Okay, nice. Did it fit perfectly? It was a little tight. We good down there? Oh, yeah. It's going in.
It's going in. There you go.
There we go. Tight is right. Yep. Now 6 is the one that looks like a 9, but it's upside down.
I'm gonna backhand you.
Do it. Do it.
Spartan kick you right.
42 1/4. 46 1/4.
42 1/4. 46 1/4.
All right, give me another one.
42.
No. Only if it's messed up. Which side this one on? This side? Yep. great. You did a great job. Absolutely phenomenal.
Oh boy. I don't know if I'm gonna get through.
Tuck it, dude. It's 2023. No one will tuck it. I did just.
I don't know if I can make it through.
Yeah, you'll make it through. Go lower. Come on, get lower. I'll hold it out for you.
A little stuck.
Get lower. Fit that big fat. There you go. Your head ain't as big as I thought. I thought you had a big old head there. How am I not surprised? You put that on there, Greg?
No, it was already on there.
Oh. Oh. Huh, not even that hot. Not enough. There, how about that?
That works.
All right. Okay, well, I'm gonna start it and see where it is on our line. I'd say that's probably gonna be all right. That thing goes fast. So we just ripped this last piece here with a bevel on it. And you'll see when we put it in, hopefully, that is because if it's super tight, the bevel will help us get it in and stay tight. So if there's a little bit of over tightness, that bevel will kind of, I don't know how to explain it really, because I'm not doing a good job. Let's just put it in and you see what happens and hope it works out. So we're just gonna start over here on the right side, and then this bevel is gonna allow us to hopefully get into this corner, and it is snug. So because that was beveled, it could go in. If it's not beveled, it makes it harder to go in, and you can do some damage. And also the bevel will sometimes almost, because it's very thin on the outside edge, it can kind of compress that wood just a little bit and get even tighter. But that worked out pretty good. I'm glad I caught that on camera. You know, that one worked pretty good. And it's all gonna get covered by some barn wood and nobody's gonna see it anyway, so. On the middle of the door jam?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we can.
Thinking of like doing like a.
Yeah, but I don't think we can do that, dude.
No.
No, we can't just put a thin strip. We're gonna have to run a solid. We might be able to do it underneath and over top the window though.
So.
You know what I'm saying?
Like here or so?
So right here is an 8-footer, and then if we run a small piece here, that way there's a lot less kind of structure, and then we can get a full 4-footer into this guy so we can cut around it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So nervous.
Don't be. They make new wood every day. Hey, while we're track sawing this out here, maybe this is something you didn't know. There's little lines on your track saw. See these? These are indicators to the depth, at full depth, where your blade is going to be. So if you're making a plunge cut, which is what these are typically for, and I don't want to cut too far into my material, I'm going to line up this back line with my cut line. And if I go full depth, I should stop right on that. So take a look at that, full depth. My cut goes just to the mark that I made. So little tip for you. And I don't know what all these other marks are for. They are probably at different dimensions. Maybe my 2, my 1.5, my 1. I'm not really sure. I don't really care at this point.
Did it give you before when you bevel? The depth of when you bevel, or is that not changed?
I don't know. It's a good question, Greg. It's one I don't have the answer to. But regardless, I know instead of having to guesstimate where you're going to be when you plunge, now you know. And there's also one in the front of the saw as well.
Am I good on my line?
You're good, buddy. You see it? It's right here.
Where's it at?
Right here.
I cannot see that.
You don't have to see it, man. You just line up that saw cut. I got you. Boom. See, there's another little guy right there. Let's get this 1 footer in here, but let's cut it down, Greg. 44 3/16. And the reason we're gonna fit this little 1 foot rip in here, we use the track saw so it's as clean as possible, is because of this guy. Right here, we got an electrical panel, it's mounted, secured, we're not taking it off. The way it was gonna be is our joint was gonna be right here. Should have thought ahead, should have moved it, should have put the little piece down there. We didn't. We made a mistake. So we're shifting it over. We're gonna put our little rip underneath the window where you won't really see it anyway because there's gonna be a bench here. And then we can cut a U shape out of our piece, slide in after we cut all this crap out of the sheet too. So that's what we're doing. We gotta take apart this thermostat. And while I think I would just follow these color-coded whatever, anytime I get into wiring, pull out your smartphone, take a picture. That way, if you're confused later, or I don't know what I would get confused at. Pretty sure this, no, see, it doesn't even match. This is a W2 and a Y and a W1. Neither of these are white, and my R's are reds, I would think. And that would be my stupid limited brain, because I'm not a HVAC guy. So I would go to put this back together and I'd be like, where's the blue go? There's no B. So there you go. Take a picture. All right, you fish it in and I don't know, is the world gonna, is this start a ticking time bomb if I touch all these wires or no?
Yes. It does.
It's just low voltage, right? Here, come out a little bit. Wait. Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. Let me get this started. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Okay, now start feeding it in.
Feel tingling in your fingers?
Not my fingers.
Oh.
Wait. Pull that sucker out and push that in. Do you see that?
Oh, it's the yellow wire that's on it.
Yeah, just get it in there. You can reach it.
My hand's too big.
Come on, buddy. Come on. If you would have done a little bit bigger hole.
Oh my gosh. I can't.
Come on. I can see it. Oh, there we go. All right. Nice. All right, man. Slide it in there. See how we did.
Bottom needs to go a little bit more.
How much more?
Going in, brother.
I don't like it. I think you messed up this cut here.
Did I?
Maybe you didn't mess it up, but I mean, this might be, it's too far this way compared to this rip. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Now it's too tight up here, but I think what we'll do, Greg, come over here, push that top over. Mm-hmm. I got you, buddy. Push that top over. Wait, what are we catching?
I don't know.
Now. Okay. Now all we have to do is either we'll track saw just this 30-second off, or we might be able to fit it in there. Maybe. Okay, let's just go with something like that. Got it? Mm-hmm. Sure?
I hope so.
Okay. But don't worry. Do you trust me?
Nope.
I think you do.
You got full depth.
Good.
Go to 1 inch.
That worked out pretty good. Okay, I don't want to nail that off yet. We'll wait till we get our trim on. That don't look bad. We could probably caulk that.
Flathead, squarehead.
I don't even know what that is.
I bet you if you use that small little bit I gave you.
Which one was that?
The pointy.
I hate it when electricians don't put electrical tape around their things, you know? Like, I always wrap mine in electrical tape so that when I go in next time,
You grab both sides at the same time.
with my wet fingers, I just tuck in my mouth and I don't get shocked because the terminals are all covered by electrical tape. Does this say scone lights, Greg? What does this say? Scone?
Buy sconce. Sconce lights?
Sconce? Without spelling it like sconce?
Yeah. Probably easier to spell scone.
I don't remember. I thought I was going to try to be smart and remember where these went, but I really don't. I didn't commit it to memory. It's okay. Good thing I took a photo. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong that an HVAC guy is going to comment on right now. You know, like using just a Phillips bit from my drill instead of doing it with a actual screwdriver. Which one was the white in? All right, let's get this going. Now, what I need, Greg, from you.
You almost kind of got to start
Okay.
low and then.
Okay, we're good, man. We're good. Okay, get that one in.
This one can come out a little bit.
This is easy.
Don't push. Push it, pull it back. Well, the box is way crooked. You see that?
I got you, man.
The box is way crooked.
I don't know where I'm touching. Oh, dude, come on. That's just the cut. It's horrible. Has nothing to do with the marks that I went off the cuts. No big deal. I'll just roto zip it, man. That little wire there needs to be moved. Can you move that? Yeah. Bro, you need to go higher than that. Come on. Uh-oh, we're getting crazy. Okay. That's that. Now, get these out of the way. Yeah, the electrician's gonna have to do some magic there. You know what I'm saying? All right, I don't wanna fasten it yet until we get our trim in there though, but that's fine. Yeah, that worked out good. Kind of a pain, but you know, I don't think that's gonna bother anybody. That's a pretty clean trim line and that'll all get covered up, so cool. Last piece, Greg, let's do it. J channel, we need to do that first.
Told you my friends back in college called me Thor, right?
I'm sorry, what? Two things that I know are wrong about that story. One, you didn't go to college. Two, you don't have friends. Three, there ain't no reason they would call you Thor.
If you think it's like college, you did have friends. I know for a fact.
Yeah, so even if you somehow made it past the first two and tricked me, I knew you were lying.
2 truths and a lie.
3 lies, no truth. Oh no, where's my snips? There's that. Okay, that's close. Yeah. When's the last time we used it? It sat in the shed for how long? Should work. Unfortunately, we got to do that to every piece because I got these at 10 foot, and by the time we got all of our trims and stuff on, we're actually at 9, 10 and a half. So, oh well. That's why that tool is so invaluable. Beautiful. It's important. We've got to make sure that when we lay all this metal out that even though we're inside, we don't want the ugliness of a rib right where the J channel is. So I just want to kind of verify where I'm starting, where the ribs are going to go. So 18 feet's a rib, so that's good. 27's a rib, 26.3's a rib, so I'll be covered in that J. And I'll have a J there, which means I should be good on this window. Yeah, just something I like to do, just from an aesthetic purpose. We're not looking to flash properly with water. It just needs to look good at this point. Now, I do have this little weird spot to still figure out. So I don't have exactly in my mind what I'm gonna do here. So we're actually gonna skip the first full piece, and we're gonna start right here where this laser is, and we're gonna run that way. But I can always come back and put that in. I just haven't mentally thought about what I wanna do right there quite yet. 22 3/4. How do I look up there, Greg? Why do I look like I'm tall? Are you sure is it because it's popped out? Can you go check? Because I measured in multiple places, so this is kind of weird.
I would say you're probably like a 1/2 inch tall.
That's not good. That's weird. I mean, I guess my eyes are just not good as they used to be. Yeah, 100%. That's 9 1/2. That's exactly what I did. Well, so yeah, I'm cutting them to this lip here. That's what I was cutting. Because we have to cut this off. I wonder what he's gonna do for flooring up there. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's gonna put something up there, then this being higher would be nice.
Yeah, he butts it up, yeah.
Then he butts into it. All right, so good timing. Client just stopped by, and we talked about potentially the flooring upstairs. And you know, sometimes it works out well like this, where we're gonna run this about a 1/2 inch high, cap it with our J channel, and it will give something to almost, you know, trim to or finish the floor upstairs to. So it kind of worked out nice. We're gonna leave these high, we're gonna cap them, and that means we're good to go. So I got my laser already set up, and we're good. It's gonna be a little weird up top maybe, but as long as I hit my marks, I know it'll all go. That's one of those details that people always talk about, and usually we plan layout so this doesn't happen, but when a rib is right here, run your trim past it, you're gonna cut your rib down below, and now when water runs out, it will come over this edge and it won't go into that rib. So there you go. Always make sure you got a first aid kit. Mine's of course a pack out. Pack aid, it's awesome. I can't remember who does this, but you even got a nice little first aid kit sign here. And then, I don't know, a bunch of like little white bins that I just kind of throw stuff in because usually when there's an injury, stuff gets everywhere and I don't got time to put it back, but boom. There by the door. Hello? Good thing we got extra steel. I think I messed that one up. I don't know if that one's a recovery. Let's finish this wall. 2.5 pieces. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna have to get cut out. Oh, that ain't gonna work either. Oh man. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Where'd you go, Greg? Come on. Good enough. The top didn't get stretched right.
It's cupped.
Yeah, it's cupped like crazy because of the rock wool. So what I can do maybe is oh, it didn't help me. We gotta get this whole thing stretched flat. Sometimes this happens. We got a punch hole, but underneath this punch hole is a nail. So we're just gonna take our punch and let's hope it's off to the head of the nail. Oh yeah, no problem. Then we got a nice hole to set our screw. All right, I think I got all the steel out here that I'm gonna put up for now. All the screws done. Nope, I got 2 more. Let's go ahead and let's get the steel hung in this room here. And we'll just go ahead and time lapse this. It's basically all the same stuff that we just did, only in a different room.
Those we need a third one?
No, you can rip this one down. Next one will be a 2-footer.
That one of those.
That pile right there.
8-8er?
Yep. I'm looking at 30 and an 8, 30 and a quarter, something like that. Go ahead and do 30 and a quarter, pick the line.
30 and a quarter, take the line. 30 and a quarter, take the line.
Yep. Yeah, that guy right there. And you just gotta put marks on
It
it.
doesn't matter, dude.
You don't have scraps, so come out of any piece. I'm kind of avoiding this area just because I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be just kind of a hodgepodge of putting together some wood, some scabbing some lumber so that I can get a nice piece of steel, cover up this hole, because back here is where the compressor is going to be, the mechanicals are going to be. So we got to close this off, but I don't know how it's all going to go, so we're just going to wing it here and see what we can put together. Something like 3 foot there. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I need a rotary hammer. Geez, I just sold all my rotary hammers. Do I even have a, hey, this is a new DeWalt rotary hammer I gotta use. Right? We sold the other one. I don't know how to get it up. Huh. Guess I forgot kind of what tools I had here. This is the new Milwaukee one. I forgot I had it. Life is good. And we'll take this guy. And take some of these. And I also need some tape. You know what I just thought of? I'm gonna have to put 2 boards down here. One to go to the concrete and one to put fasteners into. Good thing I got a light on my driver. Okay, so that'll give me a place for my base trim, for screws to go into the steel. And I'm thinking I just need, well, I don't even know if I need anything there. I think I might be good to run a piece of steel here. Let's think about this. We're just gonna keep punching things into the calculator until it makes sense. 35-inch 1/4 run. What I'm trying to do is I just want to make sure that wherever I come down, it's perfectly spaced. And I was going to just, you know, take my square and be like, oh, I'm about, you know, 4 inches down, and come down here and put 4 inches. But with math, I should have been able to just plot 2 points super easily. And I'm not sure why this is not coming out right. I must have something backwards. 35 1/4 run, 36.5 pitch, 26 1/16. That just doesn't make sense. That don't make sense. That's the problem. This should be about 59 1/4. So yes, I would say so. So now what I can do is cut a 59 1/4 J and a 47 5/8 base trim right here. Math is only as good as the person using it. I've come to realize when you get mixed up on what you're doing, it doesn't help at all. Okay, now a 59 1/4 piece of J channel, I think. Double check. 59 1/4. Okay. Okay. So I think that'll trim it off. Now we just got to cut some steel to go in there. And I think it's going to be just fine. Pretty snug. Oh, I know what I did, you dork, Kyle. So if I go off a dimension, I went off the dimension of this point right here as my high point, but long story short, I need to either cut this rib off or it has to be dropped so it goes across because I'm too tall now. So we're gonna do the easy thing, which is just rip this rib off. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 7 3/8, little piece. Okay, well, now I can run a piece of J channel like so. That'll go all the way up. And then I can put this last piece of steel in here. So that really wasn't too bad. I think I just avoided it because it was an oddball section that didn't really have it exactly figured out, but you know what they say. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's a lot easier than trying to bend that metal to fit in between two J channels. Somebody just throw 8 sheets over there. I'm not gonna cut. All right, I think this is gonna be our final day here at the build out, shop build out. Greg, you'll see behind me, we got some more J channel. He's putting that up at the top, and I've got this detail over here to do where I'm just covering up this end. And actually, if you look in here, my client spent the weekend. It's probably a little dark, no lights yet, but he's been putting up some barn wood. You know, it's just this kind of like faux barn wood you can purchase just to give it a little bit of a rustic look. I don't know, it's kind of neat. Yeah, and then I'm assuming he's got all of his cabinets and stuff coming in, but final details, and then we're gonna be done with this thing. So let's get this thing wrapped up. Yeah, I think it's just, this is a perfect place to use up these pieces that can't fit anywhere else, because it's not gonna be super visible. You won't even really see it anyway. Now, to make that a little bit better, just open this up. All right, now we are ready for steel. I'm driving this, man. It's a good throw. Like it grew there. Problem is, I don't know where the screw is going to go exactly until that piece of trim goes on. I don't even know if you'll be able to hold it steady enough.
I'm the steadiest hand in the West.
It needs a flat.
You almost broke it.
Nah, it can withstand 3 meter drops or something like that. It's good enough. I just want to get a starting point so I'm good on my. Bro, did you drink coffee this morning?
Pre-workout.
Oh.
Mountain Dew Energy.
No, I'm good. I'm good, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. You're MVP of the day. Give Greg a big thumbs up, guys, because that's what he did it for. He did it for you guys. Nice. Because if those lines didn't line up with these lines, which lined up with these lines, all for the laser with the ones that are 80 feet over there too, YouTube would have lost their minds. So
We would have been fired.
yeah. So thank you for that, Greg. Perfect. It's the little things, you know. It doesn't take that much effort. Ready? 1, 2. Now I'm gonna throw it on 3. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Not 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good grab.
So that's 1, 2, and then 3. Let me get it up.
Make sure you throw it high enough.
Pin high.
Yeah. You didn't even count it, dude.
Nope.
Ready? 3.
Whoops. Got a little crazy there.
So the reason we've left this is aimed at being a 1/2 inch high because client doesn't know what they're gonna do up here. So we're running around this trim a 1/2 inch high. So let's say he puts carpet up here, does a laminate vinyl plank flooring. There's something to terminate to and to trim to versus if we were to flush this with the floor, now there's an additional piece of trim that has to be added. Otherwise there's a weird transition. So I think it was a good thought. And you know, if you look way down there where Greg is working or even right here, it just gives it a nice clean edge and Now that's the capped off steel there. I think it turned out pretty good. Greg's about done there too, huh? How's it going there, buddy? Do you see the concentration in his eyes? Look at him. I didn't know if you were looking at me, the trim, or that back wall over there, dude. No, but seriously, when you looked at me, the amount of focus in your eyes that went from the trim to me, it's like they were the same. Like, I thought you were. I thought you were. Well, now I just feel bad. You know, I was a professional broom sweeper once, Greg. I got paid to do it, so I was a pro. I took pride in that too. All right, guys, that's a wrap on the workshop build out. It was a fun one. Definitely had our challenges. There was, issues here and there that we had to overcome, but I think it turned out great, and I know my client is going to definitely get their use out of this workshop. Now, remember, this was a build that we did last summer, so it's been in the process of getting done for over a year now, and it feels really good to finally have it finished. I hope you guys enjoyed the interior build out, and if you missed the exterior build, like when we built the whole structure, definitely check that out. It was a fun one, and once again, this is a 72 by 96 workshop. We're 18 foot tall, and we've got this 12-foot mezzanine build out area on the back side here where we've got a wood shop, we've got bathroom, bench area, and it's just overall a really great space. I know a lot of people during the comments of the build have been like, man, what an amazing place, cool to have. I would agree. I would love to have a building this size. And, if you're in the market of putting one up, maybe a bunch of videos that I've put up would help you do that, determine what you need to do to get it done. And that's really the reason for all these videos, is to hopefully help somebody make some good informed decisions or help them build a project for themselves. So if you want to learn more, make sure you're subscribed and follow along, because we're always putting up more construction content. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna clean up the rest of our stuff, get out of here. This one's a wrap, guys.